Hello, hello, hello to all you wisdom walkers out there. This is Jojopah Maria and Saroma coming to you with another edition of the elemental wisdom for the month. And of course, this month I am going to be focusing on February. As always, I want to just take a moment and acknowledge my two teachers, Malidoma and Sobonfu Some of Burkina Faso, land of the proud ancestors. And as always, just such great gratitude to them for sharing this beautiful, beautiful wisdom of the Dagara Medicine Wheel that can help us to navigate through this incredible, incredible time of great change that we're all going through. And February is off the chain. There is so much going on this month. It's usually a month of, activity, but it seems like this time around it's more activity. Um, February is Black History Month, Valentine's Day, Groundhog Day. This year, the Chinese New Year is the green wood dragon entering. The year of a dragon is very powerful. There's also Carnival, also called Mardi Gras, that goes on. Lenten season starts on the same day as Valentine's Day. And then to tap it all off, we also have this year a leap year. Yes, we have 29 days in February. I feel like the universe was like, okay, there's so much we given them, so much that's going on. Let's give them an extra day to take it all in. Yeah. And I'll be doing my astrology for self mastery tomorrow of the first 15 days of February. And yeah, it's a lot. We're going through a lot. There's like 6 conjunctions, if you know what that is, but that's when two planets are coming together, mixing the energies, expanding it, and oh yeah, 6 of those, which is very unusual. And then there's about 8 different planets that are moving from one part of the sky to the next. A lot of personal planets, Mercury, Mars, and Venus, doing crazy stuff with Pluto, who is now in Aquarius. But more about that tomorrow when I will live stream that for you. But let me get to this elemental wisdom for the month of February for you. We have 4 elemental energies we will be moving through. And the first one was this past Monday, February 5th. And so we start off the year with Earth. And the opportunity in this is all about receiving support. Know that you are worthy. Embrace the power of self-love and honor the energetic of the earth element to open yourself to receive what you need in order to be fulfilled, nurtured, appreciated, and loved. Be self-full. This is cosmic reciprocity for all that you have done to support others. You deserve it. Ask and you shall receive. So here we are on Thursday of this week. And if you have not been allowing yourself to receive support, please shift that up. This is a time for you to know that it's okay for you to have and be supported for all of what you're doing based on what you've done. Yeah. So here are, of course, the distractions that can show up. Yeah, that fear of hearing no when you're asking for the support that you need. Fear of being a burden. And again, this gets into how we live in a culture that believes nothing bad should happen to you. And if it does, it's your fault. It's your fault. That's why it's happening. And of course, that's not how the universe works. Yeah, there's a lot of things we could have chosen differently and maybe had a different outcome. But most of what happens to us that is unfortunate or is a challenge, yeah, that's coming from something much bigger than what we are. And of course, that fear of being judged as weak or a failure. Yeah, our pride gets in the way. But, in this life, and especially with what is going on now, there are going to be times when the formulas that used to work, that kept you stable, financially secure, whatever, they're just not working anymore. I'm here in Southern California, and there are people living in some of the most expensive homes on the planet that had their homes damaged because of mudslide or it was pushed off a foundation. There's no guarantee anymore. So all of us can be affected at any time by a natural disaster or just an unexpected turn of events. And so we should never judge ourselves or feel like we're weak or a failure. We can ask for the help that we need and believe that we can receive it. Ashe. Now, next week, we have our Fire Week in a Fire Month. That'll be on Monday, the 12th. And the opportunity here is about being truthful with yourself and others. It is definitely a week to call upon the ancestors to bring you clarity when you feel confused or conflicted. Walk your talk. Live in self referred consciousness, meaning trust your intuition and honest feelings more than the opinions, advice, or judgments of others. Allow your inner authentic self to be in charge of your life versus the image of yourself that you project out to the world. As Mr. Rogers said, people can love you exactly the way you are. Yes, yes, yes. So the distractions you want to be on the lookout for during the week of the 12th, that fire week. First, maintaining the status quo, right? Going along with somebody else's program, going along with there's a guy that wrote this book called The Collective Illusion. Yeah, definitely check that out. He also did some videos on YouTube, but it's wonderful because it gets us to realize how peer pressure, adult peer pressure, works in our culture, and that we will make decisions, we will even make really important choices based on things that really are an illusion. So the status quo can only take you so far. You really, really have to be truthful about what's working for you, what's not working for you. And don't be afraid to say no if going along with other people's program really isn't working for you. Now, abandoning your true self in order to please others or avoid conflict. Yeah, that's a really, really important one because you're never going to feel good if you abandon your true self. It's just never going to feel right. And if you don't know your true self, yeah, abandoning even what you think is your true self is going to bring you some feelings to help you get to your true self. So there's no downside to this. But again, we want to be really on the lookout for that because, it can be a form of manipulation. I'm going to be this way. I'm going to say these things so that this person will go along with my program, like me, whatever. So again, our focus here is about being truthful, being authentic, and watching out for giving away the truth of who we are. Lying to yourself or others. Yes, yes, yes. And this is something we can be doing very unconsciously. So again, checking in with ourselves and saying, am I really speaking the truth, telling the truth? Because we can get conditioned so that when we be lying, it feels okay. Like we're not feeling the disruption that it's causing inside of us. So again, when we get still and we really ask that question, am I living a lie? Am I living a lie? Or am I really following the truth of who I am? Yeah. Another big distraction is about sacrificing your needs in order to belong or being included. Again, it's aligned with that abandoning of yourself and lying to yourself. But the sacrificing of your needs, becoming a martyr in order to belong, to be liked, to be included, never, never, never has a happy ending. So definitely we want to stay away from that. And then last but not least, that fear of not being liked, loved, or accepted. This can really run our show when we are dealing with these distractions. And the anecdote to this is what? Yes, it's about opening up to learn how to love yourself. You may ask, but Jojopah, I thought I did love myself. What do you mean? How do I love myself? Well, I can tell you it's an inside out job. It's not about what's going on for you externally. It's not about how much material acquisition that you have. It's really about this. Like, are you afraid that you are going to not be liked, loved, or accepted? And if you find that fear or where it shows up, because sometimes it's not just going to be something that you clearly see, but if you uncover that, then you work on doing what? Yes, loving, learning to love yourself. And it is a learning journey, but it is about you learning how to be okay with what works for you and not making other people responsible for whether or not it does. Yeah, absolutely. Now, the third week in February for our elemental week, which again starts on a Monday because that was the first day of the week for that January 1st landed on. And this is our mineral week in this mineral year. Yeah, this powerful mineral year. And the opportunity for this week is connect with the souls of others. Yes. Unity consciousness is what makes us human. Communicate at a deeper level. We have the ability for compassion, understanding, forgiveness, and fifth dimensional relationships. A huge part of living on purpose is to be willing to transcend the shallow surface of what people present to you. See into their hearts and connect to their essence. In this way, you must be deep and simple with your own self and connected to your own soul. This is what the age of illumination, also called the age of Aquarius, is all about. Use the healing energy of minerals, that includes stones, crystals, bones, and shells, to illuminate your higher self and that of others. And clear quartz is a wonderful, wonderful crystal that does that so beautifully. Absolutely. Yes, connecting, soul connection. And so here are distractions to soul connection. One, feeling sorry for people and taking on their pain. And of course, anytime we're feeling sorry for someone, we're really feeling sorry for ourselves. That's really what is going on. So take note of that and avoid doing that, because what the person is experiencing from you is you saying to them, oh, that's the best that you can do. That's the best that you can be, or you can't change. So I'm going to fill in a blank for you, you know. Yeah, we want to stay away from that. False obligations because you forget you are worthy. Yeah. So feeling falsely obligated to someone, that's not a true soul connection. Victim consciousness, of course, where you think people are out to get you versus gift you. Yeah, there's no connection to the soul with victim consciousness. Anxiety and impatience. Yes. When we are more focused on the clock in terms of how we're relating, what it is that we're wanting to accomplish, that anxiety is taking over and that impatience, and that really blocks us from soul connection. So we have to throw out the clock with certain people, with most people, throw out the clock. Also, calm down, slow down, and really open up to understanding what is going on for this person. Because if you have been feeling victimized by them, know that it really isn't about you, especially if you haven't done anything to them or it wasn't your intention to say something that upset them. Okay. Your job is to just slow back, pull back, go in and say, okay, what's really going on with that person? It's not about me. It's something going on with them. And then you set your boundary so that you can stay connected to their soul and not their pain body. Yeah. Last but not least, gossip, judgments, and blaming. Oh my God. Whew. Those are weapons against soul connection. And these are all things that we don't like to experience, right? We don't want to be gossiped about. We don't want to be judged. We don't want to be blamed. So let's walk our talk and not do that to others. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, Monday, the 26th, the last week in February, which includes a 29th, we have a water week. I love water weeks. I love fire weeks too, of course, because I'm a fire person. But I also love Water Week because it does give me quite a wonderful balance. And here's the opportunity. Yes, it's all about becoming peaceful, getting still and meditating and contemplating, slowing down, like we were saying, reconciling any negative feelings by acknowledging them, feeling that pain, and cleansing it by focusing on what is positive in your life right now. Get yourself into nearby flowing water and allow the purifying energy of the water element to free you from feelings of anger, resentment, judgment, fear, and anything else that is disruptive and distracting to the fulfillment of your annual and collective commitments. Yes. God is breathing you. Call upon divine love to free your mind. Yes, yes, yes. Isn't that a beautiful picture? Like, I'm there. When I look at this picture, I'm there, where the person in this picture is just staring out across that calm lake. It's like glass into those beautiful mineral mountains. Yeah. So just looking at that picture brings me peace. Ashe. Distractions to inner peace and to peacemaking. One is ignoring or sedating your pain. Yeah. That'll do it. That'll do it, because as long as that pain and pain body is allowed to be walking around and driving the bus, we won't get to our peace. Telling yourself that your problems can wait. Mm, yeah, another big distraction, rather than opening up to learning how to address them without harming yourself or anyone else. Attempting to change someone, oh, that will not bring you any kind of inner peace whatsoever. We have to accept that the only person we can change is, yeah, ourselves. We need to leave folks to heaven, leave them alone, and not judge them or not try to get them to be something we need them to be. Everybody's on their journey. And again, think about what you would want someone to do for you. Yeah, love you and hold space and leave you alone. Let you find out and experience your consequences the way you got to experience them. Blaming others for how you are choosing to feel about yourself. Yeah, that's that victim consciousness again. We really have to self master, and self mastery is all about taking on full responsibility for how I think, act, behave, talk in regards to anything that's going on in my life. Nobody can make me be upset, just like nobody can make me be happy. These are things that I'm in command of. So let me not fool myself into believing that somebody else can make me feel or do anything I really don't want to do. Absolutely. And last but not least, using anger, rage, or judgment to protect yourself from other people's pain. And this is like that pain body, that pain body bar fight, where somebody done said something or transfer some pain onto you, and you go into reaction as a way to protect yourself instead of saying, wow, that person's in a lot of pain. I don't have time right now or willingness to engage with them. So I'm going to leave it alone. And when I feel better, I'll reach out to them and we can have some say, can have some authentic conversation about, so what was going on with you? It really was very hurtful what you said to me or what you did. But again, this is about discerning between somebody else's pain and yours, and not giving yourself excuses for why you have to be in reaction to somebody else's pain. Yeah. Not a good day. Not at all. So I have some comments that I want to share. A few comments that came in. Queen Cheryl. Hi, Jojopah. Thanks for sharing this important information. Love it. You are so welcome. It is my great pleasure. Thank you for tuning in. A Facebook user that says, this is really good. Yeah, it's helpful because, like I said, February? Yeah, this a month. I mean, just ask all these people down in here in Southern California about February right now. Yeah, it's really huge. Coming with a lot of surprises. Queen Amina, yes, my dear. Hello, Wisdom Walker checking in. All right. Wisdom Walker in the house. Yeah, we got to keep walking that wisdom, doing our self mastery. So important. Now, of course, I want to remind you that Thursday, February the 22nd, is our Earth Day for the month. And of course, this is so important that we all, especially during this opening to the age of Aquarius, remember what our responsibility is to our beautiful planet and how we can make a difference so that, yeah, it's still here and not destroyed being here. So I invite you, as always, to go to the website www.earthday.org, and you can do the plastic pollution calculation to assess how your use of plastic is so that you can either begin or continue to cut it down. They also have the Canopy Project where you can support tree planting for just even $1. And then Fashion for the Earth, you sign a petition to really bring awareness to the fact that the fashion industry must change. You have to stop making junk that, is plastic and just piles up and goes into the ocean and causes all kinds of problems. So we definitely, definitely want to see that stop. So happy Earth Day coming up, everyone. Again, just another promotion for my book, Wisdom Walk to Self Mastery, Ancient Wisdom for Transforming Pain. I'm about to go onto a Zoom with a book club that was reading my book, and they wanted to get a chance to meet me and have some say. So I'm really excited for that. And again, it's still available, still online. And of course, yes, as I always say, I am working on the audio version. It's going to happen for sure, for sure. Yes. So, my dears, there you have it. There's the elemental wisdom for the month of February. Like I said, I will be back tomorrow with the astrology for self mastery from February 1st through the 15th. Lots of stuff going on. I'll be back to live stream my Wisdom Walk talk, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. In the meantime, please take very, very good care of yourselves. Stay true to who you are. Receive that support that you need. Really, really important. And again, focus on getting to that inner peace. Yes. Be well, be safe, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Thank you so much for listening in. Bye bye now.